Dynamics podcast. And this is a portion of the podcast where we just share our thoughts. And listen, this is entitled How to Handle Family Secrets. I recently visited um, a family member of mine, and to unbeknownst to me, to hear so many secrets or hear so many things that has yet to been said. I'm 37 years old, and to hear some of the just the monumental things that has happened throughout our family that has never been told. And for some reason, my family member felt that they wanted to tell some of the secrets that has never been told, right? So my my plight on here is just to say, how do you handle family secrets? Like, how do you handle if a family member did not disclose pertinent information and important information to another family member? So I was looking on the internet, and I was looking at what are some things for what are some negative effects of family secrets. And and I'm gonna give you a few of them right now. It creates a toxic environment that poisons the entire family. The reason why it poisons the entire family, because you got generations after generations just keeping on this lie or keeping on this secret that they're not telling to people that need to hear this information. Another thing that it calls extreme anxiety, extreme trust issues. Now that's a big one. And the reason why I say that's a big one is because you carry these trust issues to like your relationships, your marriage. So you don't trust easy because you kind of know, but then you don't know. Right. So what's another one? Resentment and stress. Man, look, I found out some heavy stuff about me that I should have known when I was a kid, or I should have known early on, right? But here's the problem. Once you find out, you kind of feel like you've been ostracized from a whole like roll with me. You kind of feel like everybody knew this secret, right? And the truth is, everybody do know the issue or do know the secrets, but you. But when it comes out to you, you kind of feel like everybody held this from you. Now, it may have been only one or two people, or maybe one person that knew about it, but it makes you feel like everybody. So you feel like throughout your life, you've been treated a certain type of way or a negative way because no one told you the truth. So you kind of feel like a resentment to your own family members. So my way of handling family secrets is to not have them. And how do you not have family secrets? It's being honest, being open, and being transparent with whatever. Listen, with my kids, sometimes they don't even like some of the honesty and the truth that me or my wife give to our children. But I vow to not let them feel the same way I feel or other potential family members can feel by some of the family secrets. I don't care. It has ruined generations after generations of family members and generations of how people view themselves. Like you talking about self-esteem being tarnished. You talking about self-worth being tarnished. You talking about like not feeling a sense of like isolation. Like so much resentment and anxiety that I know I feel, and I can only imagine how another person in the family could feel and they not being able to handle it. Man, you got people that are holding secrets about paternities, man. You got people that's holding secrets about, like, that's one of the biggest things in families. Like you have kissing cousins, and you got people that has had children out of wedlock. Man, you don't even know. And if you go down your family line and you really assess everything, you got in every family, not all, but in most families, you got people in the family that's not related at all. But you grew up thinking or knowing this was your cousin or your sister or your brother, or you're not even a part of the family at all. And that's heavy, man. And that's heavy. So, how do you handle family secrets? You call them to the carpet. When I'm getting more revelation of how it's impacted my life, I go straight to the source. And sometimes it's the people at the top. Sometimes it's the grandparents. Sometimes it's the grandfathers. Sometimes it's the big mamas. Sometimes that's where the stuff be starting at. But we have so much. We have so many like what do you call them? So much adoration, or we have so much respect for the people at the top. And the truth is, they were the beginning to the drama and the trauma that that person or this lineage of family is feeling. Like it's so much toxicity in families and so much brokenness in families that to me, the only way it can get healed, the only way that it can get fixed is to cut it off. Meaning, let me tell y'all what I did. I sat down. I sat down with a matriarch and I said, you dead wrong. Now, let me give you some clarity. I'm born in the 80s. So before me, 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, there has been this thing that what's understood don't need to be explained type thing. And here I'm gonna explain this to you. In a day and age, in the generations before me, they had this thing where you don't ask, they don't tell. So when you got people that's not having different paternities, when you got people that have been molested, or you got people that has been sexually assaulted by other family members, it's the don't ask, we don't tell. The whole notion of what stays in this house, what happens in this house stays in this house is so toxic, and there's so many people that are hurting. There's so many family members and generations of family that are hurting because of family hurt, because they can't say anything. They can't disclose how they feel. They feel shameful and they know it's gonna tear up the family, but it's tearing you up. It's tearing me up. So what do you do with information that you know that's tearing you up because you found out about it, but now you found out about it and they telling you don't say nothing. It's our little secret. So you go from one secret to another secret. And then to me, I feel like now that I know information, now I'm doing just as much damage as they did generations before me by not saying nothing. So I opt to say I ain't keeping it. Because should have did something about the information. You should have did something about telling these people or telling that person that this person ain't their father, this person ain't their mama, we ain't really cousins, this person had been sexually assaulted by this person and it should have been something done about it. So now they have children that one don't know the family because they know exactly what. Look, okay, for instance, you have a uncle or something, right? And they sexually assaulted the mother back in the day. So now you got generations like me, right? That they don't bring me around because they understand that no one said anything about when mom got molested by Uncle Johnny or cousin Rick or what. They don't say nothing. So now they don't bring me around to know any more other any others of the family because of this trauma and this drama and this hurt. And the only people, look, I told this family member, man, I said, listen, who does it benefit by not telling the family the truth about the paternity of X, Y, and Z? It only benefits the person that don't say nothing. But you're allowing two people whether it's the son or daughter or the father or alleged father, or even now it's three people, to live a lie. My biggest pet peeve, is that you choose to allow me to live a lie. There is no amount of love that can make a person feel like it was okay to, like, think about this, man. Think about this. You living all your life, right? Side by side, shoulder to shoulder with somebody. And they know information about you, or they have information about your identity. And this is the biggest thing about, us in the US, us as African Americans, us as human beings, living our life trying to find purpose for self. And someone choose to withhold information from you because of their own selfish gain. It's the most selfish thing. You lose anyway. This is how you lose. Because when these people, this person gets older, they don't want to have nothing to do with you because you chose to lie to me for 30 something years, 20 something years, 10 years, however, 2 days. You was going to let me live a lie. I think that's what's the most hurtful. That someone that says out their mouth that they have unconditional love for you, they choose to put a condition on it, meaning I love you, but I choose not to be honest with you. There's people that got hurt for less. There's people that have lost relationships for less, but you choose to not, like you choosing for me. You choosing for me. That's what hurt the most, man. In a world filled with so many lies, so many discrepancies with information, you choose to lie to me. So this is what I say. How do you handle family secrets? When you find out, you call it all to the carpet. You expose it all. You don't allow the enemy, you don't allow the devil to continue generations of hurt, generations of shame, generations of trauma, generations of resentment, generations of stress, generations of anxiety, generations of harmful, toxic poison into the family. You cut it off. And that's what I do. I cut it off. I'm not going to allow you to continue to lie to me and continue to say you love me at the same time. It's not going to happen. So this is just something. I'm in the basement, man, and I say I'm gonna go on my podcast. This is something that I want other people to know, because it's every family has some sort of shameful or secret or misinformation that they didn't put out because they was only thinking about themselves, or they was just thinking about, we want to keep the family quiet, or we want to keep the family intact, but the family is really divided, period, because someone knows it. And once that person finds out, it's going to disrupt their entire life. Honesty, honesty, honesty. And that's what I live by. My kids and people around me don't like sometimes that I'm extremely honest, because I promote that, because I want people to be just as much honest with me. Tell me the truth. I'm never gonna live a lie or allow someone to live this life knowing I'm the gatekeeper of something that could be very hurtful or to help them. People is looking for their identity, their purpose, and families are out here tearing each other down by not saying nothing. Now you could say, "Well, I'm helping you," and I made this. You made that decision for me. You made that decision for me. You didn't let me choose. So there's only one way to handle this, and I asked that. What's a way that you can handle family secrets, cut it off, expose it, shine the light on it, and say, I'm not gonna tolerate this no more. And everybody gonna know it. Period. That may be harsh. That may not be the easy way, but it's easy that somebody go to bed, or somebody is still unsure about they identity of who they really are or who they can be, because you want to hold information to make sure your conscience is okay. I disagree. So if you agree with me, man, put down in the comments, I agree with you, Kev. If you don't, say, Kev, no, that's a better way to do that, which that's your opinion. I feel like cut it off at the knees, expose it. So this is another episode of the Family Dynamics podcast. It's just moments with me. I'll see y'all in a minute.